So we know that our tripod is centered on both bores and that our chrome mounting rod is centered front to back in the holes. What we really need to do now is make sure that the nozzle is going to be centered in the hole. So we'll loosen off the welder and just rotate the body of the welder in order to gain center in this bore. Loosen off the pinch bolt, rotate the welder until approximately half of the gap disappears, and continue on with the process until we're satisfied. I want to set it so that my welding wire is sticking out for use with this wire approximately 1/2 inch. So I'll retract the nozzle out and I'm just going to feed wire until I have the appropriate amount of stick out. That's about satisfactory. So now we'll put the nozzle back in the bore and pull it away until the wire just touches the edge of the bore. Now we can make our final adjustment. So now that we've gone through the centering process, rotating the nozzle in the same direction all the time, it has a tendency to cause a twist in the wire as you're doing that. So the best thing a person can do for themselves is to just feed a couple of feet of wire out and trim that twisted portion off. If you leave the twist, it'll cause a wire flip in the bore, which will leave an actual dent in the weld, and that dent will follow all the way up the bore. We don't want that. We want as nice a weld finish as possible. So before we hit the go button, we'll just feed out a couple of feet of wire and trim it off. So now that we've fed out, we'll just trim off to the appropriate length. And more often than not, you will be able to see a bend in the wire. Okay, so you can see we have a small kink in the wire. This is the kink I was talking about earlier. It will leave a flip in the bore, and that flip will continue all the way through your welding process. So it's best to just trim a piece off and dispose of it. So now we'll travel down to our desired start location in the bore, and once we reach our happy spot, we'll program for our weld.